If you're a mom who feels stuck and maybe you want to start your own business but don't know where to begin, you're not alone. I've been there. I'm a mom of four, and for years I obsessed over the idea of building something that could give me the financial freedom no matter what stage of life I was in. But I didn't know where to start or if I had the capacity to actually pull it off. After years of trial, error, and real life lessons, I've learned this. To begin, you don't need a perfect idea. You don't even need a passion project or a detailed business plan or endless time. You only need three things to get started. And I had to learn that the hard way. Because even though I grew up around wealth, surrounded by CEOs, visionaries, and legacy builders, being close to it didn't really mean that I'd know how to build it for myself. I always knew I wanted to be financially independent, and I wanted to be like my dad and like all of them. I've always had big dreams, even since I was very little. I wanted to be a lawyer, make a difference, travel the world, build something meaningful. And I was actually on my way until life reminded me that nothing goes exactly as planned. That moment came to me when I got divorced at 27. I had two little kids, my ex controlled every dollar. My dad had warned me about marrying young and made it very clear that if I left, I'd be on my own. And I was, financially, emotionally, completely alone in every way that mattered. Can you imagine? I remember standing in my kitchen one night, completely overwhelmed and terrified, thinking, holy shit, how am I going to provide for my little ones? How am I going to rebuild from here? That was the moment I became obsessed with financial freedom. Not because I dreamed of luxury, though there's nothing wrong with that, but because life had just shown me how fast everything can fall apart. Like that. So I needed options, I needed control, and I refused to stay stuck. I wanted to show my kids what was possible. Since then, I've started businesses from scratch. I've juggled mom life, went back to school, tried side hustles, bought real estate, dived into personal growth, you name it. I did it all, but I didn't have a roadmap. I made tons of mistakes, trust me, and I started over more than once. But what I learned is this: you don't need to have it all figured out to begin. You just need to believe it's possible and move one step at a time. Because time is gonna pass anyway. So either you stay the same 5 years from now or you evolve. So no, you don't need a perfect idea. You need a problem to solve. As a mom, you've probably been focused on raising kids for years. So it's very easy to think, what business could I even start? Or I've been a mom this whole time. I don't even remember what I'm good at, right? Or maybe, do I even have anything to offer at this point? But those are just old stories. There's false beliefs you've been telling to yourself. I did it too. You don't need the perfect idea. You just need a problem you care about solving. That's how most businesses begin anyway. They start very simple, with something you're already doing and are good at, or something that you do in a way that no one else quite can. And I promise, you were born with gifts. You already have something special. Your own unique talent, your own lens on the world. Something, you have it. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to start where you are with what you've got. So ask yourself, what do people naturally come to you for? Is it cooking, organizing, budgeting, style advice, home design, even spreadsheets? Start there. Start with what's already in your hands. When I started, I had no idea what I wanted to do. But then I sat down and I looked at my life and realized that I already had all the tools in my hands. I had mindset, travel, legal stuff, even real estate. My first business wasn't glamorous. It was a cleaning company. Then came interior design. Then side hustles like selling my luxury clothes and bags I no longer used. None of it was perfect, but I was in motion. And once I started solving problems, I started seeing results. 2, willingness to leverage what you already have. When you're a full-time mom, time feels like the rarest thing in the world, right? I used to think I needed balance, but the key to success is imbalance. It's intentional imbalance for short periods of time. And time, we just have to use it differently. Listen, you already have routines, rhythms, even challenges that can work for you. You just haven't seen them as leverage yet. Because time is the one asset you can scale, but you can leverage it. By stacking your actions, you multiply your impact without adding more hours. When my kids were babies, I worked during nap time. I learned while driving or doing dishes. I batch tasks like a CEO. Now I still do it. I listen to leadership podcasts while folding laundry, or I'll brainstorm real estate deals in carpool lines. I underwrite while waiting for my kids at tennis lessons. I even meal plan by hiring a cleaner who also preps for my food. Honestly, being a mom is my secret weapon. It gave me emotional intelligence, time management, decision making under pressure, survival skills, and killer instincts. That was my real MBA. 3. Courage to move before you're ready. As a mom, you've been trained to put everyone else first, to wait for the right time, the right feeling, the right permission. And for a while, that might have felt like the right thing to do, to sacrifice for your loved ones, to give before you receive. But if you wait until you feel ready, you'll be 10 years behind. Confidence doesn't come before action. Confidence is built through action. You don't need the full staircase, just the next right step. I used to think I needed more degrees to feel qualified, that I had to be more ready, more perfect, have more practice. But the truth is, nobody's coming to save you. What I really needed was to move, to start. I actually remember Googling women like me, moms who started with nothing, because I needed proof that it was possible. And when I saw that they could do it, I knew I could do it too. That's when I started launching side hustles and businesses. It was so messy. It wasn't glamorous. But those imperfect steps gave me momentum. So don't wait for confidence, and definitely don't wait for someone else to give you permission. Give yourself the gift of going first, because once you move, everything starts moving with you. So now let's talk about the part no one prepares you for. The guilt, the overwhelm, the invisible workload. Because as moms, we carry so much. The pressure to do it all, to be a good mom, a good partner if you have one, to hold everything together. And the worst part beneath it all, the fear of falling short. But here's what I had to remind myself. I didn't become a mom just to survive it. I became a mom because I wanted the joy, the connection, the kind of love that changes you. And yes, raising good humans is the goal, but I realized that I'm still becoming one too. So if you've ever felt guilty for wanting more, for wanting something of your own, I'm with you. That doesn't make you selfish. It makes you human, and it makes you brave. And in the long run, it's actually one of the most powerful things you can do for them, because your kids aren't just listening to your words, they're watching your actions. And that was what gave me the permission to go after it. So on the days I felt stuck, behind, or overwhelmed, here's what helped me. Journaling my goals until they felt real. Write them down. Vision boards to remind me where I was headed. 10-minute mindset videos on YouTube. Affirmations on sticky notes and my bathroom mirror. Writing letters to my future self as I'd already made it. And most of all, faith. Faith that if God planted the dream in me, He helped me figure out the way. Because He doesn't give you dreams without also giving you the strength to chase them. Faith that what I'm building is already mine. I just have to keep showing up. Because I'm not just doing it for me. I'm doing it so my son and daughters believe they can too. So if you're on the same path, hit like and subscribe, because we're just getting started. See you in the next one.